If I gotta adjust this thing.
Mandalorian comes out tonight, like 3 a.m.
I still have to watch the first episode.
Oh, you're bugging. You don't watch it yet? I hate you.
I
How
will.
dare
I
you?
will do. I'll watch it probably tomorrow. It's been tough, man. I'm trying to get so much stuff done with this and other crap.
Damn.
All right. Thank you for viewing, guys. Sorry, just getting started. Working out some of the kinks. All right. Guest pitch off. Quick counts off. Strike zones off. Umpire close plays off. Ejections off.
You're gonna send me an invite? Oh, I just got it.
You should have just got it. There you go.
Cool. Are you gonna introduce me?
I will absolutely introduce you. I will do more than that. I will plug you too. Now, guys, welcome to the stream. Retro Gamer NY here, or if you're watching on Facebook and you know me, you know it's Brad. Follow me on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, all that good stuff. We're here with John Salazar, the infamous John Salad Bar Salazar from Marvel Movie Marathon. If you're not familiar with it, it is an amazing podcast that you should check out with him and Miles and Mr. Andrew Endart, and it's fantastic. And they follow a lot of Marvel movies, and they will go see the live ones. They do great group get-togethers, and they get a whole theater together. It's absolutely incredible. You should really check it out.
Thank you. I haven't been introduced like that before, so that was nice. Appreciate that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I mean, is there anything that I left out? Any more information, upcoming things you want to talk about, so you can let the viewers know?
We're doing season 3 of the podcast right now. We're 3 episodes in. We just recorded our 4th. The 3 movies we've done so far for the season have been Ang Lee's Hulk, Daredevil, and upcoming episode will be Elektra.
Interesting.
And it's fun to go back and look at, like, you know, the mistakes they've made and how the industry learned from it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, sometimes these movies are so bad it really did send the industry back 10 years. But now we're in the greatest time of Marvel movies and superhero movies in general. There's a lot of competition. DC is still trying to figure their shit together, but it's a very exciting time. And Disney Plus is out, and in a year's time we'll be getting our first Marvel Disney Plus show. And I'm actually planning on hosting events where we probably in my backyard. We can go in my backyard, get the projector out, and put on you know, the season premiere, and then we can meet up again for the season finale, and then we can do a live show right after. So that's exciting. And then also our next live show will be for Black Widow when that comes out in May. So we have a lot on our plate, and we're just having fun.
Sounds awesome. Awesome. Sorry about that.
I see you. I see you've been doing this stream, and I mean, me and Brad, me and you used to play MLB The Show a lot, and unfortunately, I got pretty bitter when they stopped doing what was the online franchise. Very disappointed.
Sorry, Ramon.
Yeah, it was sad, man. I very much. Do I want to go Cole or Verlander?
Go Scherzer.
Young.
I figured we could have a rematch of the 2019 World Series here after you
Who went up
took
against
the
Scherzer
Astros.
in the World Series? Was it Verlander or Cole?
No, it was Cole, because it was I distinctly remembered if it was like Verlander, I would have been like so excited because it was like 2 former teammates going against each other, but it wasn't. But it was interesting because you had a lot of people who played together on each squad. You had Scherzer and Verlander who were together in Detroit. You also had Greinke and what's it called, Corbin, who were together in Arizona. So it was a very interesting series like that.
You know what's
So
crazy? I'm surprised in the stats that Cole's velocity is higher than Verlander. I guess I'll go with Cole then.
yes, playing some video games, doing podcasts. Yes, I am, Steven. This is what I'm doing. I mean, I'm gonna put out a weekly schedule soon of what I'll be playing and when. Obviously, you see my name is Retro Gamer NY, and I'll definitely get some retro games in there. But so
And yeah,
yeah, come
we
hang
should just
out
do
anytime.
Rivalry quick. Ready?
If you have a topic of conversation you want to throw in there, we're happy to discuss it. Right now with Mr. Salazar on, the best topics you'll get out of us together will be some wrestling, some movies and stuff like that. That's definitely or Mets. That's definitely will hit our stride.
So
So,
have you thought about which retro games you're going to do on this stream?
I mean, to be honest, this whole thing came about because of Wes. So
Dude,
when I saw,
Wes. Oh my God, I can't tell you how proud I am of Wes. You know, that was really cool seeing him just blow through that first level of Super Mario.
wasn't it, and like so quickly to like, get the star. Like now he beats the first level with ease. He has for a while now. Finish it with his flower, everything like that. He calls it his flower. It's fantastic.
That's
And
awesome.
yeah, so he can beat the second level every once in a while. When he gets the third level, it gets really tricky for him. But yeah, I mean, I always promised myself ever since I was like 17, 18 years old that, I'll be 38 next month, so almost 20 years now, that whenever I had my first kid, I wasn't going to let him jump right into whatever, thing was going on then. It couldn't be just going right into PlayStation 2, 3, or now we're in 4. And, by the time the next one's playing, it'll be
It's
5.
almost five. Five comes out
Yeah,
next
it
year.
will. 5 comes out next year. Yeah, so I always said they would have to do the natural progression that I did of video games.
Absolutely. Dude, you know what's
So
funny? Like you said that, and I thought the same way because that's how I brought up. I
yeah,
played my mom's NES growing up. It wasn't even it wasn't bought for me because I was born in '90, but it was my mom's, and that was my childhood until I got my N64.
yeah. I mean, I play. I
Oh, the
grew up.
Sprite.
I mean, I had a little bit of Atari. I don't remember it that vividly. I remember it a little bit. I definitely remember, the system. Always in the way sometimes when I was trying to play something else. But I was such a NES type of kid. By the way, pitch however you want. You don't have to completely put it in the zone. We've all just adapted at this point. I'm not gonna. If you watch my stream, you'll see I don't put shit far out of zone, or I try to paint corners anyway. But I'm not gonna complain, or there's none of that stuff anymore.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I grew up playing, Nintendo. I remember getting Super Nintendo. Shout out to the Edelmans when I was in New Jersey, visiting them, my parents and my brothers, and we got it there and we hooked it up at their house. We played right away. I vividly remember that. Genesis growing up, I loved it. 64. I mean, anybody from high school who went with me will say it and hate me for it of how good I was in GoldenEye, and we would have people over all the time playing. So yeah, so I'm happy we got Wes into NES, and because
Absolutely.
of that, he was loving Mario so much. I'm like, maybe we could start streaming this. So I started to get the
It's yeah.
equipment, yeah, and then I'm
It's
like,
the
let me
it's
get
the
everything
perfect
worked out for
system
myself
for a child.
first. Yeah,
It's the
it's
perfect system
perfect.
for a child. It's a
Yeah,
D-pad and two buttons. Figure it out. It's not hard.
exactly,
And the
exactly.
graphics aren't like overstimulating, and they'll grow up with an appreciation for old games. It's a perfect thing, and it's something that I feel like all of our generation agrees on.
Yeah.
And you got to start from the bottom.
You crawl, walk, then run. And you know what? You hit the nail on the head perfectly with the two buttons. Like that's why I've a lot of people are like, oh, why don't you just like hook up emulators when it came to like trying to get the streaming done because I have to use an HD up converter to get NES, converted to the Elgato to stream it. And they're like, why don't you just use a Raspberry Pi? And I'm like, I don't want him having that many buttons. I don't want him accidentally mashing too many buttons together and messing up code. We're gonna keep it classic.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah. So since I had also
That's
equipment, I figured I'd do it for myself too, and here we are.
Yeah,
So
I never had a Super Nintendo or a Genesis or any of that stuff. I just went straight from NES to uh, to N64, and I'll never forget the day I got my N64. It was Christmas '96. and changed my life forever. That system.
Really? So now, did you play NES or Genesis games at friends' houses, or did you just
I
have
actually
like?
did. My best friend had a Genesis, and we played
Okay,
what was it, Road Rash,
okay.
on the Genesis, Mortal Kombat and stuff like that. But it was very rare. Very rarely was I playing Genesis. Honestly, like, when I came to the age where I knew exactly what I wanted for Christmas, I knew that this system had to, was a must-have, and I mean that Super Mario 64 doesn't get enough credit, as that the world they created, the imagination, everything was there. It was an absolutely fantastic game,
Oh, it was
and
incredible.
yeah, and it's just like, and then it's so weird because Mario Sunshine came out, and that absolutely was not that. It was an absolute bomb. Um, and then Galaxy came out and resurrected the franchise.
Well, it's yeah. I mean, I find it interesting that you. I mean, at least wow. There you go,
Boom! Let's
home
go.
run. So
I
at
came out of retirement and I hit the scoreboard.
that's
Let's
it. That's it.
go.
Watch out. So he yeah. So I mean, to me, I mean, at least you got to play at your friends' houses, the Super Nintendo or the Genesis, because I'm sure jumping would have been so completely weird going from NES
Really, like
completely
I
in
said, I
64.
didn't play it that much. Like, I honestly, it was only once in a while I was going to my friend's house. Usually my friend was at my house.
Wow, I'm getting squeezed.
And, yeah, it really wasn't that crazy of a jump. I honestly, like, if, I'm sure you have N64 ready to go, and in
Yep.
a couple of years, I think you just hand that over to Wes, and
After he goes through, I'm having him get the 64 after he goes through Super Nintendo and Genesis.
yeah,
He's
fine,
going
no,
through
fine,
each one.
dude. You know how weird it was picking up an N64 controller? What the fuck is this? Who is this made for? A kid with three hands? Like, I don't
Yeah, I
understand.
know.
It was such a stupid controller, but we made it work.
Well, you
And
had to understand which game you needed to how you had to hold it. You know, some games you knew you had to hold it on the. You know, you always had to have your right hand on the buttons. That was a given.
yeah,
It's
it took
whether or
me
not your left hand was on the joystick or was on the D pad. You know.
it took me 2 days to find the Z button.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know where it was, and my dad didn't know where it was either. I'm like, Dad, help!
You guys
How
don't
to go
turn it
backwards?
around or anything.
Who would think of that? Who would think to do that? No controller has done that until that point. It was ridiculous. I love the Montreal jerseys. My goodness,
I know. That's why
gorgeous.
that is why I switched over to him.
Superstars. Oh, but do you know when Pokemon's supposed to come out? Is this? I think it's coming out tomorrow.
You are asking the wrong guy with that one.
Oh, really? You're not a Pokemon guy?
Never a Pokemon guy.
Are you? Are you
Yeah,
serious?
I mean, don't take this the wrong way because I know you're like nerdy. I'm like not that nerdy.
Dude, you should play
Like I
Pokemon.
wasn't an anime guy or any of that kind of stuff.
No, dude, listen. Pokemon is barely anime. That was
No, I
just
know that. I'm just saying, like, to me, it all goes within the same realm.
you need to play Pokemon Blue. You just need to.
Just need to.
Yeah, dude, that game is ingrained in my soul and a lot of our friends. That game's a must play. I mean, actually, they remastered it with Pokemon Pikachu
On
and
all
Eevee,
those
Let's Go
balls.
Pikachu and Eevee.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, dude, I can't believe I get it. You're a little older, but I mean, aren't you and Miles like the same age?
I think I'm a couple of years older than Miles.
You're a couple years older than Miles, right.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, how old is Miles? I'll be
like,
38 next month.
oh yeah, no, Miles is like 34. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, no, I get it. Makes sense. Yeah, no, I get it. Jesus, you're an old piece of shit.
Yep.
Jesus,
I
dude.
I look damn good though. I look damn good.
You do. Oh, am I gonna make this? I forgot how to.
You got it. You're good.
Um, dude, that's crazy. But nah, man. I mean, dude, the Raspberry Pis and stuff you hooked me up with. I'm so mad that I don't have my original No Mercy cartridge because that player I created will forever be lost, and it's very sad. Like I miss him. Like I do miss that guy.
Yeah, I got a No Mercy cartridge.
Oh, I wish I still had mine.
Got him.
Safe. Let's
Damn it.
go.
Oh, so you got it. Damn.
What was I gonna say? Did you hear that AEW is actually making a game with
Modeled
THQ?
after. Yeah. I've watched video after video like every other week. There's like another video came out like 3 days ago, like a 12-minute one, which gives you no more real information you've had already than even Omega saying himself he wants to make it just like No Mercy.
It's so funny because I remember getting into a debate at school as a kid about No Mercy being the best video game, and I had this friend Ruben. He's like,
Wow.
WrestleMania 2000 is the best game.
I
You
might,
know,
to be honest, I could see that side.
no, it is
I
it is
liked WrestleMania
proven.
2000 more.
It is proven that No Mercy is the better game. No Mercy had a storyline. No Mercy had more hidden characters. No Mercy had better Trons. No Mercy is the far superior game, and I'm glad that it's scientifically proven to be the case, and that when AEW is making their first video game, that they are comparing it to No Mercy. That's how I know I'm the fan of the right company. That's how I know. And this is a big get for THQ, because THQ, they haven't been around. They were actually supposed to make the Avengers games when the Avengers movie came out. They were supposed to make that game, but then the deal fell through because Disney bought. Oh damn! No perfect game today. I tried.
Who was that? Soda?
Dude, Soto is the truth? No, that's Suzuki.
That ball is out of here! Out of here!
Game comes out. I might even check out that game by the New Japan game now. I know it's a little arcade-ish, but to play as Kenny Omega would be so sweet.
I mean, a lot of stuff would be so sweet.
Where were you sitting? You were sitting. I still don't know where you were sitting when we went to Baltimore, because you saw me.
Oh yeah, I was watching you guys the whole time.
Oh man, you saw me going crazy when.
Oh yeah, you were standing on top of the what's it called?
My seat.
Yeah, I saw it.
I had to do that. You don't understand.
You were standing up.
Incredible.
Yep. Yeah. No, I was too. So we were when you were if you're facing the ring, we were to your left but closer up the ramp.
I see.
And we were literally three row. You might consider us the first row of our section, but you had two little like other extra rows they put in front of it too. So we were like right behind like the sound people and all the other stuff. Like my view was perfect. Like don't take this the wrong way. I would have rather had my seats than your seats.
No, I hear you. And yeah.
I don't like being on the floor unless I'm like first, second, or third, and I enjoy the elevated view because you'll definitely always see more, even if you're on first row of the floor, and yeah. So I like the elevated view, and where we were was just perfect.
Yeah,
Now I'll give you a good one. When you know who started the Yankees suck chant?
It was you.
Yep. Do you know who started the fuck your birthday chant?
You.
Yep. When you could ask Charlie Tyler, like, and that's why you saw Jericho getting pissed off in our section with the fuck your birthday and having, what's his name? Kurt Hager or whatever his name is now, like stare us down multiple times because we were the ones chanting "fuck your birthday."
I noticed the pinstripes, but I was just ignoring them.
Yeah.
Of the situation and who these guys are and what they mean to
Well,
me
of
and stuff
course.
like that. Listen,
But that's why I sent you that message so you wouldn't.
My grandfather and my three uncles are Puerto Ricans from the Bronx. They're Yankee fans. The reason I'm a Mets fan is because my grandmother, because she raised me.
Yeah, no,
so
yeah.
that's just the way it goes. And I'll never forget, like, when I was old enough, and I met my grandfather and stuff, and he asked me about baseball. I'm like, let's go Mets. He's like, Mets, like they were, and I was like, listen, man, Flora got to me first. Like, it's just the way it goes. But I get it. The Puerto Ricans from the Bronx, they're going to be Yankee fans. It's just the way it goes. Like they might not even give a crap about baseball, but if they got to represent where they're from, that's what they got to do.
Yep.
But I've tried to buy overalls. I even messaged them on IG, and they replied to me. Because I was like, yo, what kind of overalls you guys wear? And they were like, oh, no specific brand, just whatever's coming. And I just couldn't find anything in time. I'm really glad I didn't get pictures of me dressed up. I didn't dress up for that. 4 pictures. I just dressed up for them and to
Yeah.
support them, and they got the win. So it is what I don't care what happened afterwards with the Rock and Louis dress. They got
Well,
the win over the Bucks.
here's where I really, I mean, we'll talk wrestling right now. Obviously, we'll keep going. Here's where I really tip my cap to Cody, Young Bucks, Omega. They are taking lots of L's to start this thing off.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like they're letting other, yup. And it's really great long term. It's very smart. There's only one thing that they did where, to me, they could have stretched out longer, and I wish they did, and that was MJF turning on Cody. You know,
Wait,
I wish
they
that.
did it too soon.
I mean, listen, I felt they did too soon because for me, I feel like this is something that could have gone on for so long. You know what I mean? And it could have been so good. And it's like, all right, we had it for 4 months, and now we're gonna get a feud, and that should be that. You know?
What about the mistake that WWE makes where they take too long to pull the trigger on these storylines? You know what I mean? They knew a way for Cody to lose or it not to be his fault. Like, it made sense. It just made sense.
Oh, yeah. Well, you could still have... I mean, honestly, you still could have played it off that MJF was doing it to help out Cody, but really secretly doing to screw him over. But we don't find that out for, like, a while, like months. Like, have that be something that comes out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know, like, that could have... Yeah. There are ways around that.
But how long have we waited for Bayley to turn heel? Years. Okay?
There's a difference between waiting...
By the time it happens, people don't care anymore.
Yeah, I mean, that was years. I mean, I don't think... To me, it's this has been 4 months. I wanted to see it go on for almost a year. Mm-hmm. You know? But I'm happy about it. It's been hilarious. It's been great. You know, the promo with Jericho and MJF was... To me, it's one of the... it's up there as one of, like, the top wrestling spots. You know what I mean? Like, it was absolutely fantastic. The way they both played off each other just so well.
Here's my trouble ending. 2 outs and I'm going to get out of this. For those that don't know, when we had the online franchise league, we actually made it to the World Series. We played a show in the World Series. And fortunately, I can never finish when it comes to stuff like that. I can't finish in fantasy football. I can't finish when it comes to video games apparently.
You know what the problem was? You kept putting a big bullseye in your back.
Why?
You don't remember?
No, I don't.
So you would always win the regular season and like dominate the regular season, and you would talk so much trash to everyone.
Dude, I was a different person then. I don't even know who you're talking about.
Like you were like the sanitation department with the amount of trash that you were taking out, bro. Like it was, yeah. Like you could, and everyone was kind of like, everyone's like, I don't care who wins as long as it isn't Salazar.
Oh my god.
Because you were just dominating in the regular season, and then just like on top of it, doubling down with the trash talking.
Dude, I totally don't recall this. That's so crazy.
So it wasn't like bad. It wasn't like bad. It wasn't like nobody thought you were like an asshole. You know what I mean? It wasn't like that. Like we all loved you. We all thought it was great. You know what I mean? But you leaned into the heel without a question.
Man, that you know me. That's not naturally who I am. So it's so weird for me to hear that. But honestly, like I remember the team I drafted, and I took a lot of pride in the team definitely, and I took pride in my pitching. But it just when it comes to series, that's always been my downfall. Even back when I used to play MLB 2K with my best friend. Whenever we set up series, I just something about a 7-game series. I just can't. I can't win.
Hey, look, I'd love to get the league back together, and I'd be even willing to get back in, helping out and stuff like that. But we'd have to figure out a certain way, make it work for everybody.
Commissioning's not easy. I've told you about my fantasy football league, and how much I loved it. But this is the year that actually broke me. Because everyone in the league was so competitive, and people love to break the rule and not listen. Listen, I had to put my foot down and say, you know what? After the season, I'm done. And everyone was like, oh yeah, oh no.
People broke the rules. What rules are they breaking?
Like I had a rule where don't set an unfinished lineup, like don't set an illegal lineup, and people were still doing that anyway. And then
Why would you, what's the advantage of not having a finished lineup?
there was one guy who he didn't want to drop he didn't want to drop anyone because his tight end was on bye, and he said he doesn't need the tight end to win, and he's like, it doesn't matter, like that's not you know. And then I had another guy who wanted to pull his defense on Monday because he had the lead, and but that because he didn't want to get any negative points, and it's just like that's not the way it works. And it was just every week, I'm I'm having to like really break down these rules more than I should have had, and it just came to a breaking point. And after the season, I'm actually done.
Is there anybody in the league that I know?
Earl.
Just Earl?
Earl. Who else is in the league? Jassy.
Okay.
Who else? I'm trying to think of no one from the Southern League.
Okay.
These are all like my friends from high school that I've had this league for 10 years.
Gotcha.
And it's just like I kind of remember like when you, stepped aside as commish, and like how hard that was for you, and I finally felt the pressure that you were under. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it gets to a point where some things it takes away from the enjoyment of it, and you're like, I shouldn't have to deal with these kind of things, especially when we're dealing with adults.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I hope next season MLB gets their shit together, and they can bring online franchise back. I just don't like the idea that they completely, dropped it so people can spend more money in D&D. And that just
Well,
really,
that's not the total reason. A lot of the reason too was because of the servers, and like to try to dedicate more, I guess bandwidth or something to the servers, so this would stream better and faster. You know what I mean? Diamond Dynasty and stuff like that, because the amount of people who were playing Diamond Dynasty were a lot more than those who were just playing like online franchise.
Ooh, I thought you glitched there for a second. Damn.
So
I really thought you were going to glitch there.
yeah. So that's why with that.
I'm thinking of starting a supporter group for the Queensboro FC soccer team that's coming to.
Wow.
Shit, is it one run game now? God damn. Huh. This is going to be interesting.
You should think about starting a support team for the what's it called? XFL team.
I mean, I don't know about all that.
I was looking at the dates and they're so terrible. I was like, maybe I'll go to one. I was like, maybe it could be cool.
What are the dates? What makes them so unappealing?
Unappealing? Well, they're doing it on Sundays like regular football, which is awesome. But unfortunately, they're doing it on Sundays in the winter. Like
Right
dead
after
ass.
Super Bowl.
Yep, like dead ass winter, like February through April. Like imagine how fucking cold some of those games are gonna be.
Yeah. I always.
Yeah, because our winter now runs late. Our winter freaking much goes to freaking April now. It's ridiculous.
And they're playing at the Meadowlands, right?
Yep.
They're crazy.
No, not MetLife. Yeah, Meadowlands.
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I have to correct it for those viewers who might not know.
Right. I mean, MetLife sucks in general.
Oh yeah.
It's a real shame. They have all these beautiful football stadiums all around the country, and we get the one crappy one.
Yeah, at least we got the nice baseball field.
Do we?
City Field is gorgeous, bro.
Dude, it's not that. It's just they built it in an area that is.
No, the area is terrible. I mean, what do you care? You hang out there all the time. It's your office.
I'm not there as much as anymore. I'm more mobile. Because they actually shut down the street that I was working at.
Oh really?
It's just a lot of the guys I know that would hook me up with jobs. They've actually moved. It's funny. You could see. It's so stupid. You could see Willets Point from the outfield, but it was never that close to the outfield at Shea. Little things like that always piss me off.
Yeah, but it's yeah. So they I mean, eventually they're supposed to build that area up. So we'll see if that ever happens in our lifetime.
I remember as a kid riding my bike
Oh,
through
pick up the ball, you idiot.
around Shea when my dad was working, I just grabbed my bike and just circle shake because it was a perfect circle,
Mm-hmm.
and there was no barriers or anything that stopped me from
You
running
have
my bike.
Garrett Cole up. Do you want to pinch hit for him, or you want to leave him in there?
I actually do. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Let me check the bullpen.
You got it, buddy.
Jesus, they only have righties. Substitute. Jeez.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Pinch hitting for the Astros, number 22.
Damn, good pitch. Oh, I got a piece of that.
How did you get a piece of that?
Ah,
You got ahead of that one.
let's go.
Oh, no.
Come on, come on. Come
Oh,
on.
you really just
Oh,
booted
yeah.
that ball?
Let's go.
Wow. You had a guy with 21 speed, too. Would have been close.
So what do you think about this whole sign stealing situation with the Astros?
Honestly, I was downplaying it until I saw the numbers. The stats are ridiculous. Whether or not they won the games doesn't change the difference in the numbers. Like, after this game, I'll read them off to you.
We know sign stealing is part of the game. It's when they use technology to steal the signs.
Of course, that's the part where they got it wrong. That was totally the part where they got it wrong. You know, like here, quickly.
Beltran's name's attached to it.
Yeah, he's also an idiot by saying he didn't know about it. You knew about it. Everybody in the team knew about it. You have to be an idiot not to. All right, so where is it? So the Astros strikeout ratios from 2013 to 2019. In the AL, out of 16 teams, they were ranked 15th with a 25.5 strikeout ratio. They were ranked 15th with a 23.8. This is like we're going from 2000 up. They were ranked 15th with 22.9. They were ranked 14th with 23.4. Starting in 2017, they were ranked first with a 17%. In 2018, they were ranked second with a 19%, 19.5%. And 2019, they were ranked first with an 18.3%. They went from one of the worst strikeout hitting teams in the AL to the best one when they started cheating. Damn. Here's the home road on base plus plug, the OPS splits for the Astros 2017 playoff run. Now, this is the home road splits. On the road, Altuve batted .497. At home, he batted 1.541. More than 3 times the OPS. Correa, on the road, 6.26. At home, 1.164. Almost double again.
Yeah, when you put it into perspective, knowing what you know now, it's like it's glaring.
It's glaring.
Wow.
Bregman on the road, his OPS was .508. At home, it was .849. McCann on the road, 198. At home, 849. Gaddis on the road, 533. At home, just over 1. That is pretty significant.
Yeah, it is. It's a real shame. I really do love this team. I do love the Astros. Like, I'll honestly say they're my favorite team in the AL. and hearing this, it really is. It's heartbreaking. You know, if you're a fan of that team, you gotta feel pretty shitty.
Yeah, my favorite team in the AL. I mean, I actually, believe it or not, was rooting for them prior to them winning in 2004. Was the Red Sox.
Mm.
So, because I was really enjoying their whole rivalry with the Yankees and everything before that. I was getting really good with Nomar and everything else. So I was all about the Red Sox because I hate the Yankees and I'm a Mets fan. So, but I have no problem with the Astros aside from this shit. I like their players. They have such a talented team. You know.
Yeah, I mean, all eyes are gonna be on them this coming season, so we'll see what happens.
I mean, the only thing they can do to Beltran is fine him.
Yeah,
You can't
I was
suspend him
wondering.
because then you can't suspend him because then you're punishing the Mets, which is a team he wasn't a part of at the time.
I wonder if they're
So
gonna do what the NFL does is like take away their draft picks.
they might.
I wonder if they. I don't even know if
Now
MLB did
they
that
can.
before.
I think they can suspend AJ Hinch without question.
Wow, man,
Oh, that's
that's crazy. I mean, listen,
listen
I
to.
mean, we've seen it with Sean Payton,
Yeah,
and we've seen it with. I mean, Belichick does, kind of gets off scot free, even though this guy's, he's a known cheater. He's a known mind manipulator. He gets
yeah.
into other coaches' heads. I think I heard one. It was a big game against the Steelers. This a couple of years ago, and they actually played Belichick's feed, his headset feed, into Mike Tomlin's headset. So Tomlin was hearing all the plays in his head, and they still lost because it was a mind game. It was an absolute mind game, and that's just the type of crap teams like this pull. But I think for the Astros, this will be it. Like they won't attempt anything like this again. I think the Rockies got busted for sign stealing too. Like they had like a coach in the bullpen with like these giant binoculars. Like he might as well had a telescope pointed right at the catcher's crotch.
Oh yeah, you've had the binocular thing. You know, you had the I mean, the Red Sox were having like the camera crews like relay signs through Apple Watches in the dugout in
Oh my god,
2017. So
that's
the
crazy.
Yankees also were doing something illegal with their bullpen phone in 2017 as well, and they got fined. 2017 was a year of a lot of teams cheating.
Yeah,
So
I mean, because the technology just got to that point where they thought they can get away with it. You know,
but I mean that's I hate to say it. This is what baseball has always been. It's always been you try to do whatever you can to get the competitive edge until somebody figures out what you're doing, and then you can't do that anymore.
yeah. I mean, like I said, sign stealing is a part of the game.
Yeah.
Some of these days overall, it's you still choose variable with the decisions.
For the it's yeah
We
the
never
strike
tried to
zone.
do we never tried
What
to do it
perfect
exact.
what
Yeah,
perfect
we
strike zone?
never. That would be
Because
so stupid.
we all like the purity of the game, and our purity is like, all right, we're gonna have the umpire screw us. We're gonna get a good umpire. We're gonna get a bad umpire, which is kind
Dude,
of dumb because it's a video game.
in FIFA you can select types of uh, of refs, and you can select a really hard ref. Me
Hmm.
and my friend did that one time. Yo, this guy wasn't calling a damn thing. Just sliding around in these guys' legs. He was just like, "Get up, be a man." The coach was from Nigeria. This is like, what the hell is this? But yeah, no, I mean, like, I took a break from MLB. Like, I bought the game. Obviously, I'm playing with you. It'd be funny
Well,
if we
you could have
remember this.
downloaded it for free in September.
Yeah, remember Maddie P? We discovered that Maddie P. You can play games that you don't own if you're in your friend's party.
Oh yeah, ShareFly.
Yeah, that was so funny. We thought Maddie P was bugging. Maddie proved us wrong. I'm like, yo, we're playing hockey. This is
Well, of course,
nuts.
somebody from Brownsville does that shit.
Nah, man, Maddie. Miss Maddie. I haven't seen him in a while. Did you
Dude's a clown.
Have you played him on this yet?
I
On the
think
stream?
so. No, I haven't played him on stream yet.
What was the last?
He's somebody I can get on. He's a clown.
Do you still play with Maddie? For certain games, or you guys
No, I
still
mean,
play
but
parties?
No, he hasn't jumped into parties in forever, but I mean, we haven't played in probably a few months. But I mean, he's still in our like in one of my chat groups,
Oh
and it's
God,
so
you guys
funny.
still have the chat group?
Well, we don't have the MLB the Show one. We have the Splinter one that came off, which was when we all started playing Diamond Dynasty. We didn't want to like keep bugging that chat with it, so it was me,
Yeah.
Cancel. Well, actually, so it originally was me, Cancel, um, Thomas, and Raleigh,
Ah,
and we added Kentucky to it, and then Kentucky brought in Trent, and then we brought in Matty P, and then Raleigh left, and now it's just us. So it's like Matty P will actually he'll
you
check
swung
things,
with
but
that?
yeah,
With that?
I chuck swinged on that. I don't know how they call that a swing.
Dude, that's
So
crazy.
yeah, so anyway, so Matty P, like you'll see that he reads the messages, and like one out of maybe like 500 he'll like just reply to out of fucking nowhere. Just random Matty P. Like if Matty P was like if we were the office, Matty P would be Creed.
Yeah, no, group chats are tricky, man.
So
Let's see. One out.
are you gonna be at the Flip Cup tournament?
I'm actually going to be in Peru.
So why is it every time that there's a tournament were you at the last tournament or you were away for the last one?
I was at the last tournament.
Oh, okay.
I was a ref. I did
Okay.
not play. Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't been to Peru in 20 years. Last
Okay.
time I went, I was 10 years old. I'm going with my wife and my father-in-law.
Got you.
We're gonna be visiting her family. It's her grandmother's birthday, and I didn't go when they went in
Got you.
May because we moved. We were in the process of moving, and I had to stay here and make sure the move went smoothly. But I'm excited to be going. It just sucks that we leave the same night as the Flip Cup tournament because all the flights to Peru overnight. There are no flights during the day. All the flights
Really?
to Peru are red eye. Yeah.
Why
It's
is
like,
that?
oh I don't know. It's just a long flight. It's like an 8-hour flight.
Okay.
So when we wake up, we'll be in Peru. But yeah, I'm gonna be gone for like a week and a half. Be gone for a while. I'll be there for Thanksgiving and stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, I'll miss you guys. I'll be back.
Wow,
It
it's
is
dropping.
very, it is very exciting. I actually went to Machu Picchu as a kid, and I barely remember it because the altitude sickness fucked me up.
Oh really?
The altitude sickness was really bad. I was not having a good time. It
Oh
was
man, I
very rough.
spanked that ball.
And I do want to go back to Cusco, but we're not going to go to Cusco this trip. We'll be going to Cusco maybe when we go back next year. We're trying to make it where we go to Peru twice a year. But in the future, I'd like to go back to Cusco. Hopefully, it doesn't mess me up like it did when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Okay, pinch hitting time.
Wait, hold on. Did I not get a pick the pitcher to bring in for it? What happened there? There we go.
All right, 5 out of 9. Seems.
I'm a bloop and a blast away. I'm happy at least keep it respectable.
I'd miss Shea a lot.
Yeah, I do too. Like the shirt says, there was a dump, but it was hard dump.
It's
Wow.
like,
Stay in,
go.
stay in, stay in,
Scoreboard
stay in.
again.
Oh, God. It just made it over.
Like when I was at Shea, I just couldn't wait for City to open. And now City's open. It's just like, I kind of want Shea back.
You don't know what you have till it's gone.
Yeah. I mean, dude, when Shea was open, international soccer games would happen there. You don't get that with City Field. Man, I mean, the Jets used to play there. They could have came back. You know,
The Beatles played there.
of course the Beatles play there. You're telling me? I know that. I love the Beatles. I love that concert.
I'm excited for the Belmont Stadium to open up.
I'm excited for that too. Even though people always say, "Oh, the traffic's gonna be dreadful." Why would you wish that on this city? But I really do hope one day the Jets get the ring home.
Well, I mean, it would be cool if I don't think it's gonna be big enough for football, is it? They're not making it that big, are they?
No, it's not.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm excited because I hope that they host wrestling events there. It's like 10 minutes away from me. It's really close.
That's right.
You know.
They are doing that.
So and Nassau Coliseum's not that far from me either, which is nice.
Yeah, the Coliseum, the new one's really nice.
Yeah, I can't wait till AEW has an event there.
I mean, I'm really hoping that the event, when they do decide to come to New York for a pay-per-view, that it will be at MSG. I think I read somewhere that they already. I think it was Jericho in a press conference or something, so they are talking about MSG.
I'm hoping for Barclays Center.
Nah, I hate the Barclays.
I don't mind it because security sucks, and I'm able to sneak down and get chairs.
Chairs. So you think about just chairs.
So I think about your chairs. Hey man.
There's so many chairs here. I don't even use them.
So that's it? You're not collecting chairs anymore?
That's why AEW was just like, why am I gonna buy a chair? Oh, and that's the ball game. Camp. It's very nice coming and joining you in the stream. Glad I got to serve you. I don't know if this is your first loss on your stream or not.
No, it's not. I took a loss earlier today to Thomas. It's okay.
Well,
I took a loss in so.
Well, I'll be happy to be back. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Thank you for coming down and being a guest on our show here.
Absolutely. So, like I said, Marvel Movie Marathon podcast. It is on all your favorite podcast streaming services, whether it's Google Play, Stitcher, Podcast Addict, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, wherever you can find us, we are there. Check us out. Also, you can follow our Facebook group, which is facebook.com/group/Marvel Movie Marathon. Brad, it was a pleasure, and let's definitely do this again soon.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for hanging out. And hang out. I'm going to cut the feed. Just hang out for a couple seconds after.